Just before we get back to race number 9 here on Racing to Win, a reminder about Hong Kong Direct. Big show again this week. Joe Moreira reflects on the Derby win by Sky Darcy. Ed Sadler has all the post-race news out of the Derby as well. Bill Nader from HKJC, of course, joins the team to talk about the upcoming Champions Day entries. They're very strong with a massive contingent too coming from Japan. And Beauty Generation, he's found his new home. He's arrived in Melbourne and has settled in at Living Legends. There's a piece on the great horse of Hong Kong racing as well. You'll find Hong Kong Direct at hkjc.com. Just click on the Multimedia Showcase. We move on to race number 9. It's a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. All in Mind is on the class drop. He has won in this grade, and his win did come in this grade, but he's drawn 12. Zach Purton takes the ride for Tony Cruz. Gear change on the 2, Royal Agility. The hood and the tongue tie are both off. Big Fortune, Jerry Chow gets back aboard. He claims 7. He's had 4 rides on the horse for 4 placings. Goodview Clarico, he goes to the 1,200 metres. He has won over the trip, but was in Class 4. Cheng Cheng Prince will carry an extra £7 after his last start win. Majestic Star comes out of the same race as both Cheng Cheng Prince and Juno Park. Chicken Dance, 2-time track and distance winner. Just at the crossroads a bit at the moment as Chicken Dance. Loyal Baby was a touch unlucky last time. He's won over 1,473 at Tipperary, so 1,200 might be a bit short. Better run from More of Courage last start. Forte goes around a bend for the first time. Second start in Class 3. President's Choice, the 13, will not be wearing blinkers, and Victor Wong with a £5 claim. 1 All in Mind, 3 Big Fortune, 8 Chicken Dance and 12 Forte Tom have all been to Chungpa.
And the pace in this race should be pretty good here. Goodview Clarico likely to be up front from gate number 2, but he does have a little bit of a mixed profile. He's been back and he also has been forward. War of Courage should be somewhere handy to the speed. Big Fortune looks like a tough run might be endured by him again like it was last time out around Cheng Cheng Prince from gate number 5. Got Chicken Dance on the inside. Forte, he's drawn in gate 13, which is tricky for him. Majestic Star gets a nice run through, one would think, from gate number 1. All in Mind to get back with Juno Park and Royal Agility, who hasn't done much from his 2 outings.
Here is All in Mind. He's been downgraded, but unfortunately he's got the wide draw and the big weight, but this is the right grade for him. And he's been going quite nice races just in behind them. A good 4th last time behind Wellington. Looks pretty good form and he's going well. Cheng Cheng Prince, look, he was a nice winner last time. See if he can do it again. 2 in a row, 2 even sectionals from him. I think he'll get the opportunity from Barrier 5 though. And he's looking really good in his track work as well, is Cheng Cheng Prince. And the other one we're going to have a look at is Forte, just a quiet piece of work behind 7 Heavens, who'll go around on the all-weather at midweek. And a nice piece here from Forte as well. He's got the very light weight, but again, another awkward draw.
Good field again coming up here, so let's try and find a winner. Tom, we'll start with All in Mind, who, when he has dropped down in grades, had 6 starts for a win, 3 thirds and a 4th, so he's competed well, but it's not a case of just line up and win this one.
No, but I think the form stacks up quite well coming through this race. Of course, Wellington has since come out and won again. We've seen Roman Turbo win. We've seen Duke White be competitive. We've seen Skyfield come out and win out of this race as well. So the form around All in Mind, I think, is very good. And even though he's got top weight here, Paul, I think he rates a big hope. Yeah,
look, I've put him in as well, Tom. I agree with you. I thought this was a really highly rated race and a really good run from him. It's just unfortunate he's drawn 12.
Zach Purton has his first ride on the horse this week too. Hasn't partnered him before. Juno Park, Paul, is he a 1,400 metre horse, or is he good enough to beat Cheng Cheng Prince over 12 this week?
Well, I think personally he's a 1,400 metre horse. He has run well over the 1,200, to be fair. He was a little bit unlucky behind Trust Me. So he can run 1,200. I just think he's probably a little bit better over 14. I thought it was a strong win here from Cheng Cheng Prince. Hit the line really well, and I think he'll get a similar run. So I'm going to stick with him even though he's up in weight.
Yeah, he's in for me. Yeah, Cheng Cheng Prince. Haven't got Juno Park, and I certainly agree. Maybe he's just more of a 1,400 metre horse, but he has run well at the trip. But certainly like what Cheng Cheng Prince has been doing.
What about Chicken Dance? Just going back to him too, Paul. Where's he at? Because he showed all sorts of ability.
He did, didn't he? And then he had that injury. And he just hasn't come back the same horse. His fresh up run I thought was good, but since then he's gone backward, I thought.
Not for you either, Tom?
Yeah, I agree. He's just in no man's land at the moment. He looked really good in those early days when he won, I think, International Day. He won on a couple of years ago, but just hasn't fronted up since.
All right, so no for Chicken Dance. Majestic Star's been back to the trials, Tom. He was a bit unlucky on his debut. He's held up for a long way.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in because I thought there was some merit with his first up run. He was fifth, he was along the rail, he was held up a bit, but he was also a little bit slower. But I thought there was some merit in his debut run. Now in the trial, he got very keen early in the trial, and he did finally settle down the side in this trial, but he kept on quite nicely here. So I think he can run some sort of a race.
He seems to have improved from that debut run as well, and as you said, Tom, he didn't get any luck whatsoever. So, look, I haven't got him in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well.
He's drawn the inside too, is Majestic Star, and his forte, he's had a trial pull down the straight. He goes around the bend for the first time on race day in this.
Yeah, I don't think the bend's going to be an issue for him. He's by pair and canto, so the 1200 will be fine for him. It's the barrier draw, which is a little bit of an awkward situation. Joe Moreira aboard though, so 13 was the only thing that put me off. I've still got him in because I think he's a nice horse.
Yeah, I put him in at the back end of the first four. He was impressive on debut. Last start he was up near the speed, and he was quite one-paced, I thought, over the final stages. Nothing wrong with the trial. It's the 13, the barrier draw, which turned me off this time round.
Yeah, fair enough, Tom. And Cheng Cheng Prince Paul, you're staying loyal to the big grey?
Yeah, look, he won nicely last time, so I'm not going to jump off now. And he's come up short though, 3.1, but he's on top. Forte in there for second, all in mine. And the other one we haven't talked about, I'm going to put in is Goodview Clarico. I thought he's been running well, and that fifth behind Winner Method was a nice run last time as well. So 5, 12, 1 and 4.
Let's have all in mind here because I think the form around him is very good. Wellington, Skyfield, Racing Fighter, of course, has since won, Roman Turbo. So the form around him out of that last race behind Wellington has stacked up really well. So despite top weight, I think he can win and an awkward draw as well. Cheng Cheng Prince Majestic Star, like the way he's improved, and Forte and on a minor line. So 1, 5, 7 and 12.